What's going on, everyone? Trust the Buzz here. If you are new to the channel, I make daily Charlotte Hornets content, so if that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you cannot tell by the thumbnail title of this video, in today's video we're going to be giving basically a review or game cap or game recap, whatever you want to call it, of the Charlotte Hornets losing 115 to 108 to the Sacramento Kings. Now, the Hornets had a 15-point lead at halftime. They were dominant in the first half, and they looked dominant at the end after, basically allowing the Kings to get back in the game, allowing the Kings to take the lead at times in the third. But in the fourth, they looked like they were back to dominating the Kings. However, they did not have the offensive power to pull away. So we're going to look at this box score and I'm kind of give you my opinion on why I think they lost this game. Let's go ahead and look at it. So if you look here, let's just look at the Kings. So really what stands out the most about the Sacramento Kings is that De'Aaron Fox went out early with an injury. I forgot what kind of injury he had, but it was an injury, probably precautionary. I don't think it was that serious, but prayers up for De'Aaron Fox because you obviously don't want anyone to get hurt. But Kevin Huerter, 5 for 10 from 3. Kevin Huerter can do that. So I'm not going to say that, this is a 1 in a million game. No, Kevin Huerter can do that if you allow him to do it. So that's a problem, however, because a lot of those shots he took were pretty easy shots. I mean, they were just simple ball screens, and he was just getting open, and no one could. Granted, I think Sabonis was setting some illegal screens. However, it is what it is, and Sabonis ended up fouling out anyway. But Kevin Huerter, he was just getting open, and they were allowing him to be open, and I think that really messed things up. And then also you got Davion Mitchell's not going to do that again. Now, that's the one where you can say that's an anomaly. That's not going to happen often. I'm not going to say he's a terrible three-point shooter, but he's not that good of a three-point shooter, especially to hit 5 from 6, and he hit some clutch shots as well. That's not typically Davion Mitchell's game. I'm not saying he can't do it, not saying he will never be able to do it, but right now, that's just not his game. Hornets just let him get easy shots, and that is what killed them. I don't think Kevin Huerter killed them. Kevin Huerter is someone you can expect to go off like that. What killed him is, one, letting Matthew Dellavedova hit a 3. That was rough. And then also, like I said, allowing Davion Mitchell to get what he was getting. Granted, the Hornets weren't getting a lot of calls their way. A lot of calls were going towards the Kings, but we're not going to sit here and blame the refs when the Hornets gave up a 15-point lead. Keegan Murray he didn't really do much. Trey Lyles was a nuisance. I wouldn't say necessarily that he had some amazing game. Like Trey Lyles, he was a plus 11, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. That's a decent stat line, 4 personal fouls, 2 turnovers. But if you watch the game, he was just like a nuisance. He was kind of in the way. He was getting like a lot of foul calls on the Hornets, things like that. Harrison Barnes as well. Like, he didn't shoot well, as you see, 4 for 12, but he got 8 free throw chances. So let's look at the free throw discrepancy. It was 28 to 14. So that tells you kind of how that game was going. Like I said, Hornets gave up the game, but it didn't help that the refs gave them so many free throw opportunities and that the Kings were hitting their free throw opportunities as opposed to Hornets. 8 for 14 doesn't help. Mason Plumlee shooting 5 of them, and Nick Richards, I believe, missed 2 as well. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, we got to hit our free throws. I mean, I guess it's a lot asking for Mason Plumlee to all of a sudden hit his free throws, but as a team, you got to hit your free throws. Now let's look at the Hornets. PJ Washington has become a terrific half-court scorer. That's the word I'm looking for. He has become a terrific half-court scorer. So typically in the past, PJ has been like a catch-and-shoot type guy, dunker spot type guy, little dump-offs here in the paint from LaMelo, whoever the ball handler may be. But he is becoming a guy where give him the ball at the top of the key, let him work, see where that leads you, and he's usually leading you to good things. And that's good. That's what we wanted from PJ. That's what we expected from PJ because we know he has the opportunity to score. But when you're not doing it consistently for years, you would think, I wouldn't say you think he lost it, but it's not in your like muscle memory. You know what I mean? It's not in your game, but he's pulling it out. He's able to get to the basket in many different ways. He's able to blow past some guys. He's able to bully some guys. He was able to spin around some guys. So PJ has shown that he can score a lot of different ways outside of just catch and shoot. And then you add the catch and shoot to that. I think this is more PJ's game than what we've seen in the past. I think this is more so his wheelhouse. And look where it's getting us. And he played pretty good defense. I think PJ had one play. I forgot who was going up on the Kings, but he went straight up and blocked it. Great defense by PJ for being 6'7". I tell my buddies this all the time. I don't know if I've said it on this channel, but if PJ was 6'9" instead of 6'7", he would be dangerous. I literally think him being 6'7" is just what's stopping him from being that real true hybrid of like a forward and a center. But if he was 6'9" instead of 6'7", maybe 6'10", I don't know. But he would really be a problem. But he's a problem now, and he's showing that. So it was good to have that half-court offense. Where it messed us up at, and this is a key point I want to talk about. But before I get in that, I want to talk about Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr., amazing. I mean, you don't get Dennis Smith Jr. to shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? That's not his game. That's not what you got him for. So 1 for 5, I'm not tripping over it. Especially we just need someone to put up those shots. Because if you don't take them, they're going to sag off. That really erupts. That really is going to mess up the offense, considering we don't have Melo. We don't have Terry Rozier. We don't have these guys playing. So if anybody is getting sagged off on, I think that's really going to hurt. So I'm glad he's taking those shots and then making them, every so often. So it's enough to keep the defense honest. But 6 steals is insane. He was locking up De'Aaron Fox when De'Aaron Fox was playing. 8 assists, 7 rebounds. He was getting general dribble penetration whenever he wanted. However, the Kings just have a lot of big bodies, so he wasn't able to go up like he wanted. But he was getting to the basket any way he wanted. He just was not able to go up. He was able to kick it out, and that's why he got his assists. But there was a lot of shots that weren't hit. Kelly Oubre started off really bad. Kelly Oubre makes just bad decisions, and I think it really affects the team. And so it's a little frustrating to watch at times, and that's why he didn't come in for it. He missed a lot of game time, and I mean I guess Steve Clifford was going with what worked. I would like to see Book Knight get a little more opportunity because he was actually playing well. I mean, he did have a travel, but he was a plus 12. He was the only person who was positive, and they went on that run when Book Knight was in the game. Now he didn't have a direct impact, even though I believe he had 2 threes during that time. But at the same time, while he wasn't a direct impact, I think it just helped with the flow of the offense to have a guy that can kill you from shooting the 3, or he can go inside and, because we see how quick he is. So I think that just his ability itself was enough to allow the offense to run smoothly. Now, where we want to get into the offense not running smoothly is someone I'm really actually disappointed in. And that's for his play. And I'm normally not disappointed in this person for their play, but it would be Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward. Also, Jalen McDaniels is a bucket. Jalen McDaniels is just a fantastic player. I actually need to do a video on just Jalen McDaniels soon because his emergence, we saw it coming. I talked about it in my Jalen McDaniels video I did way early in the summer when they re-signed him, but or extended him, whatever it was. Like, it was just a year extension. But anyway, Gordon Hayward, he was negative. He was -9, 12 points, 3 for 10, 1 for 3. He made all his free throws cool. 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. And then I saw someone that posted on Twitter, I believe it was Hornets Lead. They posted that Gordon Hayward didn't make a shot from the 5th minute of the second quarter. So the issue with that is that this type of game is where we really needed someone like Gordon Hayward. And before the LaMelo stands get mad, or even just regular Hornets fans get mad, that's not something LaMelo can do. That's not something Terry can do. Gordon Hayward has a special ability. And one, that's not Terry's game. That's never been Terry's game. LaMelo, I think he can do it. It's just that's not what he does right now, especially with what the Hornets need him to do. But for Gordon Hayward, he has a really special ability. Few guys, I'm being honest, few guys in the league have this ability to really slow down the game and just get you continuous buckets. I'm not saying he's dropping 40. I'm not saying he's dropping 50. I'm not even saying he's dropping 30. But Gordon Hayward just has a knack for really, when the other team's going on a run, whether the Hornets are up or down, when the other team's going on a run, Gordon Hayward has this knack. You give him the ball, and he just really slows down the game, but in a good way. You give him the ball, guys, he just knows how to get in the spot, and then boom, hits a mid-range shot. He knows how to just finagle his way through the defense. Oh, I'm going to kick it to Jalen McDaniels in the corner. Oh, I know I can run this pick and roll with Mason Plumlee. That's like his buddy this year. Those two guys are just like neck and neck, like hip to hip. But he wasn't doing that in this game. He looked very, very timid all game. I'm not saying he played terribly. He just didn't do anything that you would really want him to do. So what I want from Gordon Hayward is, in these moments when the offense is struggling, I need you to be able to be on the court, which for a lot of that he was not on the court, but I need you to be able to be on the court and do what you do. Slow down the offense, because we're a run and gun offense, but every now and then you need need the game to slow down. You need to get in your sets. You need to run your plays. And Gordon Hayward, like I said, has a really good knack of doing that because he has the ability to hit the mid-range, hit the three, go inside and score, kick it out to the open guy, create for others even without it being an assist. He wasn't doing that tonight. They would give him the ball. He would do a stupid turnaround three. He would just chuck the ball up over two people. He would give it back to Mason Plumlee, and Mason Plumlee's at the three-point line, so there's not really much he can do from there. And even though Mason Plumlee also had, just at the end, he just had a Kai Jones-type basketball IQ play twice, like in the last 3 minutes of the game. But anyway, Gordon Hayward, if you're going to be that guy, if you're going to get paid that much money, if you want to talk about how you want to show up for this team and your injuries don't, well, then show us. This is the moment where this is what we have you for. You're the highest paid player on the team. The team is spiraling. This is where you step up. And not even as the highest paid player on the team. This is where you step up as a veteran. This is where you step up as a veteran and be like, all right, guys, don't worry. I got your backs. Rally around me and give me the ball. I'm going to make something happen. And like I said, he doesn't always have to score, but Gordon Hayward just has that knack for creating plays, making plays. When Gordon Hayward has the ball, the team he's on finds a way to score that possession somehow, some way. He wasn't doing it. He looked scared to have the ball, or he would put up a bad shot, make a bad pass. And he's been kind of doing that lately, and I don't know why. I mean, not timid, but just like he's just not seeming himself, and I don't know what it is. But this game he looked timid. This game he looked scared. His shot looked slow. He just looked sluggish. Does he need a break? I mean, it's not like the Hornets are on some magnificent run. We're like win a game, lose a game, win 2 games, lose a game. So I mean, it's not like the Hornets are on some run. Maybe they need to rest him. I don't know what it is, but he just looked really slow, really timid, really scared, and that's not like I said, highest paid player aside. But you're the vet. You and Mason Plumlee are the vets. I don't need y'all to score 40 points. I would like for you to. Obviously, you can't. Obviously, you don't. But I would like for you to lead the team on the court, and that's not what either of you are doing. Mason Plumlee, I think Domantas Sabonis comes down with a rebound. As he's coming down to the rebound and going to dribble, Mason Plumlee fouls him with like 3 minutes left. Hornets, that was their only foul to give, and then after that point, the Sacramento Kings got to go to the line anytime they wanted to. I don't think the Hornets even fouled them in that time, except at the very end, but that you put them in a compromising position. And then the steal. One, the ball was tipped up in the air, and I guess he thought Davion Mitchell was going to be able to get to it, or whoever the guard was, whoever at the top of the three-point, the key was. I guess he thought they were just going to pick it up, but he didn't even rush it until super late. And a lot of time, I think Dale Curry mentioned that on the broadcast, a lot of time passed by, and he just didn't get the ball. And then he finally grabbed it, and when he finally grabbed it, he Kai Jones'd it up the court. And if you don't know what I mean by that, Kai Jones in the Summer League against the Timberwolves, I believe, Hornets had a chance to win the game. Kai Jones trying to dribble it up the court, gets the ball taken from him. Same thing happened here, especially. That's where you kind of got to know your opponent, especially Davion Mitchell, who is known, not like Jose Alvarado in it, but like Davion Mitchell is just, they call him off night. He's known for his defensive prowess. And so you just got to know that these things, you know what I'm saying? These are things you got to know as a veteran. I'm not asking you to, maybe you don't have to give up the ball. I think having Mason Plumlee to be able to take up the ball, I think that adds something to the offense. However, he doesn't know when to not take up the ball. And that's when it becomes more of a problem than it is good. Because it is good. To be able to have your center carry out the ball and make the right play, that's a great thing to have. But he doesn't know when not to do it. And that's just as bad. So the veterans didn't show up tonight, but like I said, the Hornets as a whole didn't show up tonight. Once Nick Richards had a decent game. Let's see exactly what Nick Richards did. Yeah, I mean, 19 minutes. He was 2 for 3, 4 rebounds, 4 points. I mean, but he was doing more on the court. He was, kind of deterring guys from the rim and things like that. But his thing is lack of aggression. On a lot of those boards, I mean, he got mixed up with what's his name, Rashawn Holmes. He had the board. Rashawn Holmes just bullied him and caused a jump ball. Nick Richards has to once he gets that aggressiveness in him, I think he will be even a better rebounder. He's physically gifted. I think he's mentally gifted as far as I think he has a good job of timing the rebounds and things like that. But once he gets that physicality to him, I think he's going to be even a better rebounder. And I think he could be really a perimeter, like one of those guys who I'm trying not to go as far as say Andre Drummond, but really if he starts and he gets that just physicality to him, I think he can really be a guy who honestly gives you 14 and 10 a night, 14 and 11 a night. But he has to get to that point. He has to get the minutes as well, and just be put in those situations. But anyway, Hornets, I think they played well. We're still not seeing the same Hornets team from last year, which is a good thing. As in, they still play hard. They play hard the whole game. I think that third quarter, they were just maybe tired. The rotation isn't deep. So I think that's affecting them a little bit. Also, just the fact that they don't have any real true offense. That's, like I said, not having Gordon Hayward be able to take up in those moments and slow down the game really is painful. And not even saying PJ can't do it, because like I said, PJ half court, he's been a lot better. But at the same time, that's not PJ's game. PJ's game is more quick. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be Gordon Hayward, because that's literally his thing. That is literally what he's good at. But anyway, Hornets as a whole played well. I mean, it is what it is. I have a video talking about just like the state of the Hornets right now and kind of just like what to think. I'm going to record that probably after this. But anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this video ran really long, but that's kind of how these game recaps are going to go. Like I said, I have more content coming. I don't want to just do game recaps every night. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.